Now at 10, some Jasper County attorneys who used to work together are now taking legal action against each other. We'll explain. Plus, some people in Joplin battle the heat with some water fun at Third Thursday. We'll pay a visit. And Spire Utilities warns of a scam about getting out of your utility bills.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
The Pittsburgh area citizens came together tonight as part of a grassroots effort to address the issue of homelessness in the community. This is KOAM News at 10. I'm Dow Quick. It was a packed house this evening as residents gathered at the Pittsburgh Reese Nichols office for a meeting to discuss the issues. Representatives from various organizations that help the homeless gave presentations on the services they provide, and members of the public participated with Q&A sessions. Organizers say the goal of the meeting was to educate the community and help residents understand what can be done to support local people struggling with homelessness.
Maybe overnight housing so that they can get jobs. Like if they're sleeping outside, there's nowhere for them in the morning to shower. The Wesley House opens at 8 o'clock. There's nowhere for them to shower. Some of these people are, actively employed and homeless right now.
Business owners, property owners, and concerned citizens were all invited to attend that meeting. A battle between 2 law offices is happening in Jasper County. A Joplin-based personal injury attorney is taking legal action against his former colleagues after they filed a petition against him. In the beginning of this month, Shelley Dreyer and Keegan Tinney sued Charles Stickland, accusing him of not sharing attorney's fees and reimbursement of costs from the time they worked together. Later in the month, another petition was filed, this time by Stickland. Shelley Dreyer and Keegan Tinney resigned from Stickland's firm in February of this year. According to the latest court document, Dreyer and Tinney allegedly transferred more than 90 client files from Charles Stickland's office. KOAM's Fernanda Silva has details.
Thank you, Dow. That's right. According to court documents, Shelley Dreyer began working at Stickland Law Firm in 2014. Keegan Tinney began in 2018. In the beginning of this month, Dreyer and Tinney attorneys submitted a petition wanting the division of attorneys' fees in reimbursement of costs of Dreyer and Tinney's clients. These clients were previously working with Stickland's firm. The court document of July 6 says that the parties did not have an agreement as to how attorneys' fees would be divided in the event of dissolution of the firm. Less than a week later, attorneys for the Stickland's law firm filed a petition that the lawsuit be dropped. They also countersued Dreyer's and Tinney's, accusing them of physically removing files and documents from the firm's office during the night when Stickland was out of town in February 2023. The lawsuit states that Dreyer emailed herself clients' names and personal information, including medical records and other sensitive material. Stickland accuses Dreyer and Tinney of intentionally delaying cases and informing clients and prospective clients that Stickland was too busy or would not be the best attorney to work in their cases. Stickland alleges their goal was to divert clients' money, data, and property from his firm to their new law firm, taking, quote, as many clients as they could with them to help ensure financial success of their new firm, end quote. Stickland is asking for $5 million. KOAM contacted all parties involved for comment. Stickland's attorneys declined to comment. Dreyer and Tinney's attorneys said they followed all Missouri law and ethical procedures with the former law firm.
Fernanda, thanks. Dreyer has previously faced similar allegations. In 2012, Dreyer had a judgment against her in a lawsuit involving a St. Louis area law firm. You can find the full statement in this case, plus accusations and the complete court documents on our website. Of course, that's KOAMnewsnow.com. A Kansas woman is dead after she was struck by a train this afternoon. Barton County, Missouri authorities say they received a call and responded near the state line near Mulberry, Kansas. The woman died at the scene. Authorities say that woman was on foot. Columbus, Kansas authorities today have been dealing with a suspicious device. Authorities say around 11 this morning, demolition crews found a suspicious-looking device at 1212 West Maple Street. Authorities say the device resembled a pipe with a bottle cap on one end. We would like to see at least a few showers. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Doug Heddy.
Yes, we would, and we would also like to see the temperatures cooling down just a bit, and they did a little bit for us today. 93 for a high, normal high is 91, so a little bit below where we have been the past couple days. Not a whole bunch going on right now. This is all ground clutter, but we're tracking this complex of showers and thunderstorms out across western Kansas, which will at least try to clip us later on tonight. Temperatures right now, most of us 80 to about 83 degrees. Let's go through the rest of the night. We're going to stop at about 5:30 in the morning. You can see some showers working into our western counties. Now the big dudes, they stay down through parts of Oklahoma, northwest Arkansas, and some of those storms could be stronger, but we should at least get showers in here. Unfortunately, in northern counties, not so much, but we're going to break this down for you and also the weekend here in just a bit.
See you soon. The Miami Library today unveiled this new mural. It was painted by Jessica Stout, who participated in a short Q&A with kids after the unveiling to talk about her inspiration for the design. The mural depicts various landmarks in Ottawa County.
So the library is in the center of this composition, and radiating out from it are landmarks from Ottawa County. All of the schools are represented in our county. There are features like Route 66 and the Coleman Theater. Agriculture is represented, rural lifestyles, buildings in town.
The mural is in the Kids Connection area of that library. Hope you have an appetite for handkerchiefs. As you can see, this trick wowed some kids. After that mural unveiling, the library hosted a magic show with magician Kevin Wade. Spire Energy is putting some misinformation to rest about bill payments. Officials say there are videos on TikTok and other social media platforms showing people who claim to be finance experts with tips to supposedly get you out of paying your utility bills. The videos recommend sending strange documents with certain flags and seals. Spire says they've been receiving these documents from customers in Missouri, but they want people to know they are not legit. Spire officials say some of these scams are getting creative.
We're getting all kinds of interesting things being sent to us. Customers are putting seals on their Spire remittance stub. They are putting interesting stamps on there. Some of them are putting actual thumbprints. They're sending forms in. And none of those tactics are really a replacement for actually paying your bill.
Spire says if you do need assistance paying your bill, you should know they do have programs to help. Coming up, summer air travel is seeing a boom in travel at a Southwest Missouri airport. Plus, the winning lottery ticket for the massive jackpot. It's not yours. It has been sold, though. We're going to tell you where it was sold ahead on KOAM News at 10. The Missouri Supreme Court orders Attorney General Andrew Bailey to stand down on abortion cost dispute. The Missouri Supreme Court wants Bailey to allow an initiative petition to legalize abortion in the state to move forward. Supreme Court judges unanimously affirmed a lower court's decision that Bailey must approve the cost estimate provided by the auditor. That's despite Bailey's insistence that the cost to taxpayers of restoring abortion rights could be as much as 1 million times higher than what the auditor found. The demand for summer flights is soaring. June was the busiest month in the history of the Springfield Branson Airport with more than 126,000 passengers. There were 4,500 scheduled flights for the first 6 months of the year. That's up 6.5% from a year ago. Airport leaders say the growth comes from a better economy and pent-up demand for travel. The airport last set a passenger record in 2019, right before the pandemic.
Well, it turns out that June was the busiest month in the airport's history when you talk about the number of airline passengers. We were up about 10% compared to the same period last year, and if that continues for the rest of the year, it looks like we'll have a record year with about 1.3 million passengers.
If you plan to travel, the airport recommends you arrive up to 2 hours early and be prepared for longer lines. Someone has finally won the more than $1 billion Powerball jackpot, so now the big question is, who is it? What is known is where the ticket was sold. Reporter Daniel Bacchus says more.
California lottery players in particular have a lot to celebrate today.
The winning Powerball ticket worth just over $1 billion was sold at Las Palmitas Mini Market in downtown Los Angeles.
A store is small, but the lucky is big.
Lottery officials presented a giant symbolic check to the store's owner and his family as the world wonders who bought the winning ticket.
The public won't know until somebody comes forward and claims that prize.
Certified financial planner David Ray has a few words of advice for big lottery winners.
You really want to keep it anonymous if you can. You can be very generous with your friends. There's a lot of things you can do to help your friends, which is very different than just having people ask you for money and you having to say no.
The numbers for Wednesday night's nationwide drawing were 7, 10, 11, 13, 24, and the red Powerball was 24. Whoever picked all those numbers defied staggering odds of 1 in 292.2 million. Players are more likely to be struck by lightning, be attacked by a grizzly bear at Yellowstone National Park, or become president of the United States. Some lottery players are hoping Las Palmitas Mini Market might also bring them luck.
I said I'm gonna go down to the store where this is the good energy, positive energy, where the next it could win again.
California holds the record for the largest Powerball jackpot ever, more than $2 billion in a drawing last November. Danya Backus, CBS News, Los Angeles.
Yeah, that mini market that sold the winning ticket will receive a $1 million bonus from the lottery, enough to turn on the lights. The owner says he plans to use that money to make his store bigger so he can offer more items for his customers. Still ahead, some folks beat the heat at Joplin's third Thursday with some water games.
Plus, we're going to beat the heat as we go into Friday. I'll have those details coming up. Well, it turned out to be another hot one for us today, but not as hot as what we have seen over the past couple days, which is good news. Looks good right now. Nice shot. This is Indigo Sky Casino and Resort. Pretty calm evening across the region. Temperatures right now, it's still fairly warm. Look at this, upper 70s to lower 80s. We're only going to drop back into the mid 70s a little bit later on tonight, but we can go outside. Here's 7th, here's Rangeline sitting at 80, dew points at 73. Makes it feel like 84. So it's a little sticky across the region. Most of us look pretty good. We've been pretty calm. A couple little showers starting to pop up in our far western counties, but we're tracking this complex out across western Kansas, which it's going to dive into northeastern Oklahoma. Majority of it will, but we're going to get clipped by some of this rain later on tonight. All right, let's go through the night. We're going to stop at about 5:30 in the morning. Showers increasing far western counties. Let's continue through the morning hours. The big thunderstorms, they're going to be down to our south. So you can see Tulsa, Grand Lake J, south of Anita, and then pushing into northwestern parts of Arkansas. But we are going to get at least some rain, especially along and south of I-44. But where the yellows are, you can see that's where the heaviest is, or at least moderate, kind of Neosho, Miami south. Northern counties, kind of out of luck once again. Light showers stick around through the morning. Here's 10:30. We can continue into the early afternoon, and then the showers are going to start to taper off. So rain chances, depending on where you live, start to go up in the morning hours, taper off during the afternoon. Unfortunately, northern counties just aren't going to see much. As we go into the afternoon, check this out. Upper 70s to near 80 for highs. That's a big switch compared to what we have seen. Tomorrow night, we're going to go into Saturday morning. Comfortable start. We start right around 60. As we get into the afternoon hours, we warm near 90. Now watch some isolated thunderstorms Saturday evening. We'll try to push through Saturday night into Sunday morning. So we'll keep our eyes on that as well. All right, rainfall tonight, or really tomorrow morning. Again, heaviest Oklahoma, northwest Arkansas. Once you really get to I-44, we're looking at less than 1/10 of an inch. So at least we're going to get some very light rain, but it would be nice if it would be quite a bit heavier than what we are going to see. Scattered showers through the morning, a little bit of sunshine during the afternoon. High temp right around 80 degrees. And then we start to heat back up. On Sunday, we're back into the mid-90s for highs. A few hit and miss showers Sunday into Monday. Mainly mid to upper 90s by the time we head into Monday, and then here comes the triple-digit heat once again by the time we go through a good chunk of next week. 80 tomorrow, which is nice. 89 Saturday, still not bad. 93 on Sunday, that's about what we were at today. Then 98 on Monday, and then triple-digit heat through a good chunk of next week.
Well, at least tonight, some people could get some showers, and we're all going to have relatively mild temperatures for a day or two.
Looks pretty good.
Yes, it does. Short-lived, but it looks good for now. Hey, downtown Joplin was packed this evening for this month's third Thursday celebration. This month's theme was Downtown Water Fest. It featured a variety of water activities for kids and adults to help people beat the heat. There was also live music, vendors, and food trucks.
I think it's good. I really do. It gets people out, like me. I live alone. And it gives people that make things time to sell their things. So I think it's a good thing.
And doesn't it look like fun, really? Third Thursdays happen every month through October. Won't always have a home count. The Neosho County Fair is in full swing. Activities today kicked off with an opening ceremony and royalty coronation. 4-H members from all over Neosho County also participated in rocketry and robotics, clover bud conference, and sheep judging.
I like just being here, hanging out with friends. I like walking in the show ring, showing. It's a lot of fun. Taking care of my animals, it's a fun environment.
Tomorrow, 4-H members will show swine, rabbits, and goats. That fair runs through Monday. John Dale's here now. The Outlaws begin their most important series of the summer tonight.
Yeah, that's right. 3 games set with Jeff City. If they win 2, the Outlaws clinch the South Division. And Pitt State women's basketball gears up for a trip to Spain. Those stories and more coming up next. Pitt State women's basketball is doing something that most other colleges aren't allowed to right now, and that is practicing together as a team. The Gorillas began practice on Wednesday and are allowed 10 practice sessions over 14 days together. That's because they're heading to a trip in Spain on July 31st up until August 10th, which brings them just a few weeks away from the start of the school year. Head coach Amanda David said this time together is especially valuable for her freshmen.
It was huge. We've always talked about having our kids at our team camp, the freshmen coming in and just get them acclimated, get them around their teammates. They'll scrimmage and do things, but we've never had an opportunity to actually get our hands on them and get them with their teammates in this setting. And so I think with the 4 freshmen we have coming in right now, the timing is just amazing to have this opportunity to get, we have 12 on our roster. And so I feel like they have a great opportunity to come in and contribute and play.
In local baseball, the American Legion Kansas 3A state tournament is taking place right now. And today, Pittsburgh Post 64 hosts Post 239 from Overbrook. The Patriots of Post 64 taking on the Bombers from Overbrook. We start things out in the first inning when Connor Vanbeclark keeps this one fair down the line into left. Noah Duncan would come in to score for Pittsburgh. The Patriots take an early 1-0 lead. In the third, though, Overbrook goes on a big-time run. Pitcher Brody Gleason helps his own cause with an RBI double. That put Overbrook up 5-1. Very next batter, Bryce Torkelson, gets a single into the outfield for an RBI, make it 6-1 Overbrook. But hey, the Patriots not going down without a fight. Top of the 4th inning, 6-2 game, make it 6-3 after a wild pitch lets Ethan Rhodes come in to score, deficit cut in half. Top of the 5th now, 7-3 Overbrook. Vanbeclark again, this time clears the wall for a solo homer. Pittsburgh gets back into it, down 7-4 at that point. Rally wasn't enough though. The Overbrook Bombers go on to beat Pittsburgh 9-4. Meanwhile, very important night in the Mink League. Just a few days until the playoffs, and first place Joplin Outlaws begin a 3-game set against second place Jeff City on the road. Big time series for both teams. Joplin's in first place right now. If they win 2 of these 3 on the road, they get a first round bye in the playoffs and lock up the 1 seed. This game was a boxer's match, and the Outlaws throw the first punch. Colton Reynolds crushes one to deep left center, 2-run homer in the first inning. Renegades would have an answer though. They're down 2-0, and in the second, Cam Durnan gets one into left field. That's a base hit. and it sets the stage for Charlie Rogan. Later in the inning, 2 runners on. Rogan puts one in play. That one gets by the Outlaws. Shortstop eats him up. 2 runners come in to score. Game's tied at 2. Then the Renegades take the lead. Bases loaded for Luke Matchner. He delivers for Jeff City, sneaks one past the shortstop's glove. Another run comes in. Renegades score 4 in that inning. Outlaws come back big time though. Score 6 in the third, back and forth game. Joplin wins a nail-biter 8-7. Meanwhile, over in Chicago, Cardinals' hot streak continues. Redbirds take down the Cubs 7-2. Wilson Contreras got things started in his return to Wrigley. RBI double off the wall. Cards hang on for their 6th win in a row, tied for the longest streak in baseball. That's a look at sports. We're back after this.
Well, it's going to be a bit cooler tomorrow, and some of us are going to possibly get some rain tonight.
Yeah, if you live north of I-44, you're not going to get much, just some light showers. The heavier rain is going to be along and south of I-44, but look at this, high temp, 80 degrees, and then even Saturday, 89, a few hit and miss storms as we head into the weekend.
And a final sports note.
Hey, I mean, it's fun to cover winning baseball. Cardinals win their 6th in a row. Outlaws get the job done tonight as well. So the rest of the weekend's going to be interesting for them. If they win 1 of 2, they win the division, they get a first-round bye in the playoffs.
Well, it's coming right down to the finish line, and it's exciting. Yeah. Thanks for joining us. Don't forget the morning show starts at 5 a.m., and let's make it a great tomorrow.